What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So guys, I'm a bit late on this. I know all the scans have been out for pretty much a couple days. I kind of briefly touched up on it, but I actually brought good homie from 59 Gaming. You guys have seen him on the channel a bunch of times. What's going on, silly Nolar? How are you doing, man?
Good. I am stoked for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, dude. I am real stoked.
Yeah, I definitely am as well. I think he is going to be a big help, for all the categories that he's in. Fusion's about to get a huge buff, so I'm definitely excited
Yep.
to see him, and definitely glad that you are as well. So pretty much the whole point of this video, if you guys would see in the title, it's basically talking about what's going to be coming after Gogeta, and talking about Gogeta as well, right? Because it's very particular that they're going to be dropping a Super Saiyan 4 on us out of the blue, right? Like, how did you feel about that when you originally saw it, Nolar?
Well, the fact that it was just a regular standard TUR Dokkan Fest, right?
Yeah.
It was like that's kind of weird because we all expected or anticipated a Dokkan Fest LR, dual Dokkan Fest LR at some point, and we all thought maybe it's 6-year anniversary, maybe it'll be download celebration, maybe it'd be Golden Week, but out of the blue in November, just a regular Dokkan Fest, that was a little peculiar. But as we dive in a little bit later, kind of makes more sense now as to why it's happening the way it's happening. At least in my mind, with my conspiracy theories.
Yeah. I think we definitely have the same thought, because to me, just jumping right into it, because I think everybody kind of has an idea what we want for the leader. Just to kind of briefly touch up on it, I don't think this will be the Super Saiyan 4 leader, right? Before we jump into the hero stuff, I don't think he will be that leader. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be like one of the new units that are coming out. But if they do want to make Gogeta that, I'm not going to complain, right? I mean, I think that would be pretty cool. Um, but 100%, looking at the categories that he's in, I think making him Shadow Dragon Saga would be pretty cool for one of them at least. What do you think?
Shadow Dragon Saga, that's kind of like the third option in my mind. The very first option in my head is Kamehameha, because we don't have a TUR Kamehameha category lead. We only have the LR Gohan, right?
Yeah.
And as cool as LR Gohan is, he only shows up like 2 times, 3 times out of every year. So yeah, we have sub leads, which are at least on JP, the Awakened Trunks and Goten, the from the Bio Broly movie.
Yeah, yep.
But and the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the strength one, but they're not, they're 120 leads. We want a 150 or some Dokkan Fest lead that's not LR Gohan. So I think he will be it. At least that's one of his categories. I actually think he might be running Super Saiyan 4. And the reason to me is because back in 2018, when Dragon Ball Heroes dropped, we got all the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks and Gohans, right? Then the next week later, it was literally Super Saiyan 3 Bardock who ran the Super Saiyan 3 lead. So what they did was they padded out the category so that the Dokkan Fest unit made sense to summon for, right? So, I mean, it's kind of like a 20% chance that'll actually happen, but I'm really hoping in that 20% chance is going to be pretty big that it'll actually happen. So, but Shadow Dragon Saga will probably be my third pick.
Fair.
Maybe a final trump card, right? Because we also don't have a like standard Dokkan Fest, TUR lead, right? So that could be that as well. So yeah.
So Shadow Dragon's on the bottom. I guess it would make more sense for like an Omega Shenron to lead that. I just personally, I don't know. I like the category. I think that this is definitely gonna be a buff for it, nonetheless, right? This
Yeah, absolutely.
I know a lot of people have been wanting a GT category. I don't think they'll do something like that. No,
it's never happening.
Yeah, it's too vague. It's too broad, right? I don't think they would really do something like that. But yeah, no, I like your idea with the Kamehameha, because again, a lot of people don't have Gohan, and depending on how this unit is, he might be better than Gohan, right? So we don't know yet. That's right. The crazy part. So definitely pretty cool team ideas, man. So the other reason why I brought you on today was just kind of, talking about, what's probably going to be coming with the hero stuff, because the hero stuff has officially been confirmed in the jump scan. And with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta coming, like you mentioned, how they did in the past, we're most likely going to get something kind of related to Gogeta, right? So, just off the top of your head, what is a unit that you would want from, the Super Saiyan 4s from Heroes for November?
Um. Okay. So this will kind of, in a way, devalue Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but the Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta would be pretty sick. I mean, I'm just a huge fanboy for Gogeta, so it's like, yeah, just throw it all at me, and here, take my money. Just that's what it is. But if they do that, that'll be interesting. Now, here's my thought on it. Like, there's so many things they can do because there are so many different forms of Super Saiyan 4, at least in Heroes. So we've got, your standard Super Saiyan 4. We have Super Saiyan full what is it? Super full power Saiyan 4, whatever.
I think
Full
it's just,
power,
I
super
think
full
it's
power.
like the Limit
Yeah.
Breaker ones, right?
Well, those are two different ones, right? Because in Dokkan, we've got the tech
Oh,
full
yes,
power
yes,
Super Saiyan
yes.
4, right?
Yes.
But then there's another variant, which is like the limit breaking, because it kind of looks like a UI, like shading and aura. So that's another variant. So they could drop like Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, different names, so you could run them on the team, right? The other thing I was talking about this earlier on my own video was, how last year during Heroes we got the physical Zeno Goku and
Yes.
the intelligence Vegeta, Zeno Vegeta.
Awakenings?
They could get awakenings to Super Saiyan 4s, and it would be Zeno Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 and Zeno Goku Super Saiyan 4. So already you could run a full team if you had all those units, right? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the LR Super Saiyan 4 Gokus and Vegeta, plus the full power tech one of Goku, and then these two awakenings. Yeah, that would work, right?
That would
It could
work.
happen. So that's what in my mind, like they could do that. So those are awakenings, like cards they could drop. I'm just looking at the Super Saiyan 4 wiki, and it's like Dark Corrupted, which is the Dark Broly,
Yeah,
who's
dude, that's
wearing.
nasty. He's sick.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having that at all. So, yeah, and of course, the main one for me would be Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken. It'll be interesting if they actually drop that, but we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. The thing is with like the Super Saiyan 4 is it's not like we're talking like there's like tons of them, but really it's like a good like solid 6 or 7 of them that we could probably get into the game. So
Right.
I definitely think the November one, since it was so hyped this year, the limit breaking forms definitely feel like to me personally is something that they might drop it for
Yep.
especially since you're dropping Gogeta, right? I mean, Gogeta, it would make sense to drop a Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Vegeta. The limit breaking would be perfect because, like you mentioned, the whole name thing, so they could go back, make full power versions again, really, if they wanted to, and replace
Right.
the tech Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I would personally like the limit breaking ones. Would you want a dual Dokkan Fest? Because the last dual Dokkan Fest was the worldwide celebration. That was August, end of August, September. They technically can, but you have New Year's as well, so that's a little sticky on their end. I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna do with that. But what do you want a dual Dokkan Fest for, like for 2 Super Saiyan 4s?
If for heroes, yeah, I mean, if it was like, if they were going to milk this the best way possible,
Yeah.
they do one Vegeta and one Gogeta, right? They'll do a Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta, and then a Super Saiyan 4 like Vegito, and then like some Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, not Goku, Gogetas, and then Super Saiyan 3 Vegetos. Like they could just make it another Vegito versus Gogeta dual Dokkan Fest, and people would hand their wallets over, right? So like I feel like that would be one way to do it. It's just the timing's gonna be weird because, like you said, August is when we had the dual celebration, and then the next one is going to be in New Year's, so
Yeah.
like right after Christmas, because Japan doesn't really celebrate Christmas; they really celebrate the New Year. So um, but I don't know if they'll drop a Heroes Dokkan Fest. Like, there's so much other stuff they could go to, like another Super Gogeta versus just like transforming Fat Janemba to Super Janemba, right?
Yeah, I
Like
would
that's
love
another
that actually. That would be sick.
that's an option for New Year's. We could get BoJack versus Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as a dual Dokkan Fest then, right? So I don't think they would want to really dive really deep into a dual Dokkan Fest for heroes per se. But if they wanted to, they have lots of options to milk us.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely do. They definitely do. And another topic I want to bring up, because like we are so sure basically that's going to be a Super Saiyan 4 variant, but how would the community feel, right? They just drop another Trunks on us instead. They're like, oh, you guys like Trunks, right? And they just drop any Trunks. Is there any Trunkses that you would? And the reason why I say that is because Dokkan's crazy with the Trunks cards. There's like a million of them.
Yep.
Every hero. So, but if there was a Trunks card that they dropped on us, would the God one would be cool enough?
Yeah, I think so. It's just kind of weird because Realm of Gods, right? It needs a buff, of course. That's why they'll drop another
Yeah.
Super Saiyan God Trunks, right? Like that's the only reason. No, so I think it's a cool unit, like by far. But the categories of buffs, which would probably be what Time Travelers, Realm of Gods, Hybrid Saiyans, like, do they really need a buff right now? Maybe Time Travelers, but like
Not
Super
really.
Saiyan 4s, like the Shadow Dragon sagas, if they put any Gogetas in there, yeah, sure. That's why I thought, like, when you look at the categories, it's weird there's no Super Saiyan 4 category, right? The reason why right now is because there's just not enough cards to fill out a full team.
Yeah,
But
there's
if they
not.
decide to go full bore with it, then there's an opportunity for them to flesh it out. Because like the reason why Heroes is so fun is because Super Saiyan 3, if you're going by canon, all you've got is Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Gotenks, right?
Yep.
Like Angel Goku. So there's only like maybe 3 or 4 variants. Just not enough to fill a team. But if you go on some hero stuff like Super Saiyan 3 Trunks and Gohan and Bardock and stuff like that, then you can make a full team and have some fun with it. So that's why I'm leaning a little more towards that. But I fully recognize that this is we're all speculating, so we have no clue if it's gonna go through. But if we're following logic, this is what would happen. But again, Akatsuki logic doesn't really go together half the time. So
yeah, no, November comes and they drop a LR Ribrianne and say, "Oh, screw heroes." They can do whatever they want.
On a tangent, an Ella Ribrianne wouldn't be bad, honestly, because if she led Peppy Gals, the Peppy Gals would be a top 3 team. Like a 170 Peppy Gals. Yeah, I wouldn't be upset.
I'm all for it, dude.
Yeah,
that flow would be amazing there. She would never have issues with Key. That would be like her best team easily.
Exactly.
No,
so
I would be down for that, but no, obviously, I don't think it would happen.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least. They probably will for the memes. They have to know that Ribrianne is not a bad character, right? I mean, I think she's okay. She's nothing crazy, but it would be fitting for her to be the lead, right? I think that's ultimately who the 170 lead should be. But you mentioned Time Travelers earlier. Time Travelers could use a new lead, right? For sure. I mean,
they need a new lead. Yep.
But I don't think they're gonna. It's just gonna be kind of weird, right? If we don't know yet if these, they dropped the Super Saiyan 4s, if they're gonna do like how the other heroes banners are, like. One thing that you guys mentioned the podcast that I liked a lot was we don't like this is probably not gonna be a monthly thing or
a regular thing.
Yeah. So they could easily just drop 4 Limit Breaker like Super Saiyan 4s in one banner if they're crazy enough, but not make them Dokkan Fest level. They could always do that like how they've been doing it, which I was talking to a buddy of mine about it too. That's like the one thing that's appealing about the Dragon Ball Hero banners, and I'm sure you agree, guaranteed banner units when you do those multis, right? And it entices you to summon for these weird oddball characters. So we'll find out. We don't know, so Dokkan's in a weird spot. I don't know what they're really thinking. We don't know if they're going to do the Dokkan Fest now, or they're just going to do one of those old crazy banners and all the units are just going to be okay, right? We don't know yet, so.
Yeah, with the heroes, because they're not Dokkan Fest exclusives, right? So they're never going to be top tier, like 10 out of 10s, 9.5 out of 10s. But they are still very good cards. So they're like what, 8.5s, maybe 9s, approaching that out of 10. So they're still valuable, but they're not exclusive. They don't have that top tier kit where like a Beerus or a Tech Gohan, right? So that's why it's a good banner to get units to flesh out those categories if you want to play with them, because they are really good and they're guaranteed, right? So It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go on this Beerus banner and there's an int ultimate Gohan. Like I don't want an int ultimate Gohan. You know what I mean? Like even with the GZA, he's still not top tier anymore. You know, so these heroes banners are very good because you don't have to go too deep. I mean, theoretically speaking, you don't have to go too deep to get units that you want. So
Yeah, no, you're 100% right, which helps a lot. I always like these banners. I mean, Super Saiyan, like you mentioned, they're not like super amazing, but Supreme Kai of Time's a great support.
yep,
Super
yep,
Fu is actually not too bad. I mean, he stacks attack and defense. His stats are just kind of low, so it doesn't really show that well. But he does have a good passive for the most part. You know,
yep.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku Xeno, amazing for Super Bad Road. So we just have to see how they're going to implement them because again, these units did come out a while ago, so they could definitely spruce up these new ones that are coming out. And I'm excited nonetheless, dude. Dragon Ball Hero stuff is always cool. I hope it's not a staple in the game by any means because, of course, I think you'll agree. We just like normal Dragon Ball for the most part. Heroes is cool, but
Yep.
I don't have any emotional attachment to these guys.
Yep.
Oh, but to kind of just wrap up, I do think it's probably going to be some Super Saiyan 4s. I like your idea of, awakening the Xeno Goku and Vegeta, making them just, Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. And then maybe they could do the limit breaking and have those 4 units on the banner and then put like,
Yep.
the Kai, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Fu again, and just kind of do it like that. And I think that would be pretty easy, pretty tame. Nothing, not much damage. And I would summon on it. That would be a great banner.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's so many things they could do. Like it's the thing is we don't know what's going on with the 10th year anniversary. They haven't done that stream yet. And that stream's supposed to happen, I think, sometime this week or next week. So like as much as we think we know what's going on, we actually have no idea. They could throw something like completely left field and we'd just be like, okay, we got like a Beerus race of cards, like sure, like sure, Realm of God still needs more buffs, right, guys? It needs more buffs. Like again, just to reiterate, we're speculating. We have like good train of thoughts, but again, they could just absolutely just floor us with something completely random, and we'll just have to roll with that
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it comes out.
Yeah, 100% agree, man. 100% agree. And yeah, it's a speculation. And dude, thank you so much for taking the time to come on. I know your schedule's been extremely busy and it means a lot that, you made your time to come on, dude. And so again, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, definitely check out 59 Gaming. Nolar's video went up today. So I'll definitely put that in the description as well as his channel. So definitely check out his stuff if you guys haven't already. And you have any closing statements, man?
No, just Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. The one thing I hope he is what I think Fusions needs, because all the other categories he's in doesn't really need that much. What Fusion needs is a defensive unit. So I want him to be uber defensive, like tank no tomorrow, and just wreck shop that way. He's still gonna hit hard because he's Gogeta. They're gonna have to make him hit hard, but make him like tank it so that everyone can do it. But definitely, thanks a lot again, Gotcha Talks, for putting me back on the channel. Appreciate it. And yeah, guys, support Gotcha. Sub to the guy, and then he's also part of the 59 Gaming crew. So definitely check out what we're doing there, and hopefully we'll see you on the upcoming streams and podcasts.
For sure, man. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.